I always thought Anna and I had the kind of love people write books about. We met in our first year of university over the last croissant in the cafeteria at 8 a.m. We got married at 23, had our daughter first, then our son 2 years later, adopted a Labrador named Mars from a shelter, and bought an apartment with a 30-year mortgage that we painted together at night, laughing and covered in paint. I climbed the ladder in IT, she stayed home with the kids. It felt like nothing could ever break us. The first thing I noticed was almost imperceptible. One ordinary evening, she came home from the store with a new bottle of perfume. Heavy, smoky, with notes of oud and something animal. Completely unlike her usual light vanilla. I breathed it in at her neck and felt something click inside me. She quickly said it was a gift from a friend. I nodded. Then the phone began living its own life. Before, it lay on the kitchen table while she chopped salad. Now it disappeared into the pocket of her robe, into her bag, into the bathroom. Screen always face down. The passcode was changed. Once I picked it up to set an alarm, it vibrated. She jumped out of the shower in a towel and snatched the phone so fast I didn't even see the name. Yoga turned into a religion. First twice a week, then 3 times, then 4. She came home at 11. Hair damp, skin glowing, eyes shining with the same light I remembered from our very first years. In the summer, she bought an expensive mirrorless camera and enrolled in photography courses. Weekends were spent on open-air shoots by the lake or in the forest. She returned tanned, sand in her hair, hundreds of photos of sunsets. Not a single person in any frame. In August, I found black lace lingerie with red ribbons in the washing machine. We never had anything like it. Lipstick marks on the straps. Someone else's cologne. I washed it at 90 degrees and put it back. She never asked where it had been. In October, I went on a business trip to Berlin for a week. Every evening we video called. Once the camera wobbled and I saw a dark blue men's leather jacket in the background. She quickly turned the phone. I said nothing. When I got back, the whole apartment smelled of someone else. Tobacco, bergamot, leather. Even on my pillow. She said it was her new unisex fragrance. I nodded. In November, I started waking up at night. Her phone lay under her pillow and glowed with a green telegram heart. In December, the kids went to their grandparents for the holidays. I arranged a second honeymoon. Candles, her favorite wine, dinner. She locked herself in the bathroom for 40 minutes playing our old song. Through the door, I heard a low male voice and her happy, carefree laughter I hadn't heard in years. In January, I broke down and installed a spy app. Pinned chat, Alex. 7.5 months of messages. Thousands of texts, photos, voice notes, a detailed escape plan. At the end of February, she would tell me everything and leave while I was at work. I copied everything and quietly began preparing. Separate bank account, transferred half the savings, rented a small apartment, made copies of all documents, installed hidden cameras with audio throughout the house. All of February, I watched her slowly move her life out in pieces. Cosmetics one by one, dresses, jewelry, the photos of the kids. Friday, February 27th. In the morning, I dropped the kids at my parents', told them Mom and Dad were having an adult evening. I came home at exactly 4 p.m. The apartment door was slightly ajar. In the hallway stood 2 huge black suitcases, completely packed, zipped up, store tags still attached. Her suitcases. I heard the rustle of packing paper coming from the bedroom. I walked into the bedroom. She was on her knees in front of my closet, carefully folding my clothes into cardboard boxes. Sweaters in neat stacks, shirts sorted by color, socks paired. On the bed lay a handwritten note in her handwriting. She saw me in the doorway and froze, holding my favorite gray cashmere sweater. Her eyes went huge. Her face turned white in an instant. Without a single word, I turned around, walked to her 2 ready suitcases, grabbed the handles, rolled them out of the apartment, and left them right by the elevator. I came back, locked the door with 2 turns of the key and the deadbolt. 40 minutes later, the intercom buzzed. I went downstairs, rolled both suitcases to his feet, and walked back up. The building door closed behind him by itself. It's April now. The divorce is proceeding calmly, almost politely. The kids live with me. On Saturdays, she picks them up for the day and brings them back with red eyes and new toys. Our daughter asks when Mommy is coming home for good. I stroke her hair, and say nothing. The house has become huge and very quiet. In the mornings, I braid our daughter's hair myself, cut apples for school lunches, cook oatmeal, put them to bed. Mars sleeps at the foot of my bed. At the bottom of the closet lies her old sweater. Sometimes at night I take it out, press it to my face, and breathe in the last traces of vanilla until my chest burns. Then I carefully fold it back. I didn't scream, I didn't make scenes, I didn't beg. I simply removed everything that belonged to her from the house before she could finish performing her carefully rehearsed exit. Now I wake up alone and listen only to my own breathing. It's getting steadier every day. The pain hasn't gone anywhere. It just got quieter. And in that silence, I finally started to hear myself, the voice that had been silent for 15 years behind hers. Sometimes I think maybe I lost after all. Then I look at the sleeping children, at Mars, at the morning light in the window, and I understand. I didn't lose. I just stopped living in someone else's fairy tale and started writing my own. Slowly, painfully, but for the first time, honestly. That's the whole story. From the first croissant in the university cafeteria to the final click of the lock. No shouting, no fighting, just silence, in which I was finally left with myself.